Ayan looked at the sky with tears in his eyes and asked, God, are you watching me? The cold wind blew through the broken windows of the small mud house. Inside, a young boy named Ayan, only 14 years old, sat beside his father's bed. His father, Baba, was coughing badly, his body weak, his face pale. Ayan held his hand tightly, hoping the fever would go down. But there was no medicine in the house. Ayan's mother had passed away 2 years ago. Since then, Baba had done everything for him, worked in the fields, cooked food, and helped him study. But now, Baba couldn't even sit up. Ayan got up and walked outside. He looked up at the sky. His eyes were full of tears. God, I don't ask for money. I don't ask for big things. I just want my father to be okay. Why did this happen to me? The village was small. People lived simply, but many were selfish. When Baba got sick, Ayan went door to door, asking for help. Most people said, "We'll pray for you." But no one gave money. Some even laughed. His father is dying, and he still dreams of becoming a big man? One neighbor whispered. Another said, "Poor Ayan, he should stop dreaming now. Life is hard." But Ayan didn't stop. He started doing small jobs, cleaning tea stalls, carrying water, helping old people. He earned a few rupees each day, but the medicine cost much more. One night, Ayan sat beside Baba, holding his hand and talking softly. "Baba, I will do something. I promise. I will find a way. You just stay strong." His father smiled weakly. "You are strong, Ayan, and God is watching." That night, it was almost midnight. The village was quiet. Only the sound of crickets could be heard. Ayan was outside, trying to fix a hole in the roof so the rain wouldn't come in. Suddenly, he saw someone walking near the edge of the village. It was a man, tall, wearing an old brown coat. Ayan had never seen him before. The man walked slowly, then stopped and looked at Ayan's house. He stood there for a few seconds, then disappeared into the darkness. Ayan ran to the spot, but no one was there. "Who was that?" he whispered. "And why was he watching my house?" He went back inside. Baba was still sleeping. Ayan sat beside him and soon fell asleep too, with his head resting on Baba's arm. Next morning, Ayan woke up early. He went to the town, walking 5 kilometers barefoot. He tried to sell small clay toys he had made. People passed by, some smiled, some ignored him. "Please buy one, only 10 rupees, he said politely. A man shouted, "Go away, don't block the road." But an old lady came and bought one toy. "You made this?" she asked kindly. "Yes," Ayan replied with a small smile. "You have talent. Keep going." Her words gave him hope. He earned only 40 rupees that day, but he still smiled. Back in the village, when Ayan came home, he found something strange. His father was awake and sitting up. "Baba, you're sitting?" Baba nodded slowly. "I don't know how, but I feel a little better today, like someone gave me strength." Ayan looked around the room. On the table, there was a small bottle of medicine. "Where did this come from?" he asked. "I don't know," Baba replied. "When I woke up, it was already here." Ayan stepped outside and looked around the village. No one had visited. No one had entered the house. He remembered the strange man from the night before. Was it him? But why? Gossip in the village. The next day, people in the village started talking again. Someone left medicine at Ayan's house. That's impossible. Maybe the boy is making up stories. But one old man said, "Sometimes God sends help in silence." Ayan didn't care what others said. He only cared that Baba was feeling better. But deep inside, he wanted to know who helped. Them. The letter. That evening, as the sun was setting, Ayan found something strange again. A folded piece of paper was lying at the door. He picked it up and opened it. It said, "Keep believing. Keep going. Help is on the way." There was no name, no sign, just those words. Ayan's heart beat fast. He looked around but again saw no one. "Who are you?" he whispered. "Why are you helping us?" Rain starts to fall. That night it rained heavily. The roof began to leak again. Ayan placed pots under the holes. The wind blew in. The candle went out. Baba started coughing again. Ayan felt tired, but he didn't give up. He stayed awake all night, holding his father's hand, praying. "God, I don't know who sent the medicine. I don't know who wrote the letter. But please, don't stop helping us. I'm not strong, but I still believe in you." Nobody knew who he was, but he was watching Ayan from a distance. The sun rose slowly over the quiet village. Ayan opened his eyes and looked at Baba. He was still weak, but breathing calmly. The medicine had helped, but Ayan still didn't know who left it, or who wrote the strange letter. He stepped outside, holding the note in his hand. "Keep believing. Keep going. Help is on the way." His heart was full of questions. Who sent this? And why are they helping me? The stranger returns. Later. That day, Ayan was walking near the fields. He was collecting dry wood to cook food. Suddenly, he saw a man standing near the big tree on the hill. The man wore the same old brown coat. It was him. Ayan stopped. His hands froze. The man was looking down at the village, then at Ayan's house. Ayan walked toward him slowly, but before he could say anything, the man turned and walked away. He moved quickly and disappeared into the trees. Ayan ran, trying to follow. "Wait! Please!" But when he reached the trees, the man was gone. "Why is he hiding?" Ayan whispered. "What does he want?" More trouble. Back in the village, things were getting harder. Ayan had used all his money for food and Baba's care. He hadn't eaten properly in 2 days. He went to the market to find work. Some shopkeepers shouted at him, "We don't have jobs for kids. Go study if you want to work somewhere." But one kind woman gave him some rice. "Here, Beta, take this. You look hungry." Ayan smiled, tears in his eyes. "Thank you, Auntie." Even in pain, he stayed polite. He never shouted, never stole. He believed that good things would happen, just not yet. A job offer? That evening, Ayan sat near the lake watching the sunset. Suddenly, he saw something floating near the water. He walked closer. It was a small bag. He picked it up. Inside was a note. "Come to the old temple at midnight. No name, no signature." His hands trembled. "Is this real? Is it a trap?" He looked around. No one was there, just the sound of birds flying home. He had 2 choices, stay home and do nothing or take the risk. He looked up at the sky and whispered, "God, if this is your plan, I'll go." Midnight at the temple. The old temple stood at the edge of the village. No one visited it anymore. It was broken, with weeds growing on the steps. At midnight, Ayan reached the temple. The moonlight lit up the stone floor. "Hello?" he said softly. No answer. He stepped inside. And there, standing in the corner, was the stranger. Same brown coat. Same quiet face. Ayan's heart beat fast. "Are you the one who gave us medicine?" he asked. The man didn't answer. "Did you write the letter?" Still no reply. Ayan took a step closer. "Please, just tell me who you are." The man finally spoke, his voice deep but gentle. "I saw your pain. I saw your faith, and I came to help." "Why?" Ayan asked. "We don't know you." The man looked into Ayan's eyes. "Because someone once helped me when I had nothing." Ayan didn't understand. "What do you want me to do?" The stranger gave him a small bag of food and a paper with a list. "Go to the town. Give this food to the people on this list. Help them, and you'll find your answers." Before Ayan could say more, the man walked away into the dark. A new mission. The next morning, Ayan told Baba about the stranger. Baba looked worried. Be careful, Ayan. Not everyone who smiles is a friend. But Baba, Ayan said, I think this man is different. I feel it. With Baba's blessing, Ayan took the food and the list and walked toward the town. It was a long walk, but Ayan didn't stop. He found the first name, a blind old man living under a bridge. Ayan gave him food, the man cried. No one has fed me in 2 weeks. Next was a poor widow with 3 children. Then, a sick woman in a hut. Each time Ayan helped, he felt something growing in his heart. Hope. A strange reward, and Ayan returned home that night. Baba was feeling better, but there was more. Outside their door, a small envelope waited again. Ayan opened it. Inside was a 100-rupee note and a message. Kindness returns to those who give without asking. Ayan looked around, but the street was empty. He whispered, You're watching me again. Aren't you? The village talks. Soon, people in the village started noticing. Did you hear? Ayan is helping people in the town. Someone is giving him money. Maybe he found a rich uncle. But one man said, No, I think God is with him. Ayan didn't care about gossip. He only wanted to help more people and save Baba. But deep inside, one question stayed with him every night. Who is the man in the brown coat? And what is his secret? Ayan stood in the rain for hours, hoping someone would buy his last item. The sky was dark, full of gray clouds. The air smelled like rain. Ayan stood at the edge of the city market, holding a small basket in his hand. Inside were a few handmade toys and clay lamps he had made with love and care. His clothes were old and wet from the light drizzle. His slippers were torn, but his eyes still full of hope. He looked at the people walking by, busy, fast, not even looking at him. Please, only 10 rupees, he said softly to a man in a suit. The man didn't even stop. He walked past, as if Ayan was invisible. Ayan's hands were cold and his stomach growled. He had eaten only one dry piece of bread the day before. Still, he waited. The storm begins. Soon, the rain started falling harder. People ran for shelter. But Ayan didn't move. He held the basket close, trying to protect the toys. He whispered to himself, Just one sale. That's all I need. 1 hour passed, then 2. No one bought anything. His clothes were now fully wet. His fingers were shaking. But he didn't leave. Suddenly, a car passed by and splashed water on him. Ayan closed his eyes. Tears mixed with rain on his face. God, why are you testing me like this? I'm trying so hard. The rich man's insult, a big black car stopped near the footpath. A rich man stepped out, holding an umbrella. He saw Ayan and laughed. What are you doing here, little beggar? He said. Ayan looked up calmly. I'm not begging, sir. I made these toys. I just want to sell them. The man laughed again. Do you think people in this city want your poor little toys? Go home. Ayan lowered his eyes. I'm just trying to help my father, sir. He is very sick. The man shook his head and walked away. But someone else had been watching from the car window. A soft gaze inside the car, a girl about Ayan's age had seen the whole thing. She was wearing a school uniform and had big, curious eyes. Her name was Zoya, the rich man's daughter. She looked at Ayan for a long moment. Then slowly she opened her school bag, took something out and whispered to the driver, Give this to him. But don't tell him it's from me. The driver nodded, stepped out, and walked toward Ayan. Here, the driver said, handing Ayan a paper bag. Ayan was confused. For me? Yes. Someone thought you might need it. Ayan opened the bag. Inside there was a fresh sandwich, a bottle of water, and something else, a small envelope. A hidden gift. He quickly took shelter under a tree and opened the envelope. Inside was a 100 rupee note and a short note written in neat handwriting. Don't give up. Your heart is pure. I believe in you. There was no name, no signature, but something about the writing felt warm and honest. Ayan looked around. The car was already gone. He held the letter close to his chest and smiled for the first time that day. A simple feast. That night, Ayan returned to his small home in the village. Baba was sitting up, smiling weakly. You're back, he said. Ayan nodded. Yes, and today, we eat together. He warmed the sandwich, cut it in half, and shared it with his father. Then he told Baba everything. The rain, the rich man, the girl, and the secret note. Baba listened quietly. Sometimes, he said, angels don't have wings. Sometimes they just leave us food and kindness. Ayan looked at the letter again. Whoever she is, she gave me hope. The girls sighed. That night, Zoya sat in her room, looking out the window. Her world was full of luxuries. New clothes, a big house, servants. But her heart felt heavy. She thought of Ayan, so wet, so tired, yet so brave. He didn't even cry, she whispered to herself. She opened her diary and wrote, Today I saw real strength. A boy with nothing had more courage than anyone I know. The next day, Ayan woke up early and packed the remaining toys in a cloth bag. He looked at the sky. Still cloudy, but no rain yet. Today I'll try again, he told Baba. Baba smiled. Just be careful, and remember, help can come when you least expect it. Ayan walked toward the town again, his heart still believing, his feet still tired, but his soul still strong. But something was about to happen. A tall man. Watching from across the field, behind an old wall, the man in the brown coat was watching again. He had seen Ayan walk into the rain. He had seen the sandwich bag. He had seen the letter. He whispered to himself, he still doesn't know how big this journey will become. Then he turned and walked away. Sometimes, one letter can change everything, but not all letters bring good news. The morning air was cold. The sky was cloudy again. Ayan walked slowly toward home, holding his empty basket. He had spent the whole day trying to sell his toys again. Not a single one was sold. His feet hurt. His back ached. But the thing that hurt most was his heart. How long can I keep doing this? He thought. When he reached his house, he saw Baba lying outside on the charpet, looking at the sky. You didn't eat anything today? Baba asked, gently. Ayan forced a smile. I'll eat later, Baba. Baba knew he was lying, but he didn't say anything. That night, as the village slept, Ayan lay on the floor beside his father and prayed silently. God, if you're still listening, I need a sign. A letter arrives. The next morning, something unusual happened. Ayan heard a knock at the door. It was the postman. Letter for you, he said, handing Ayan a small white envelope. Ayan was shocked. For me? The postman nodded. Yes, it has your name. Ayan looked at the handwriting. Neat, clean, familiar. He opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a letter, and something more. A photograph of a woman holding a baby. Behind her stood a man in a brown coat, and the letter said, Ayan, your story has reached people you don't even know. Keep your heart strong. Someone close to you is not telling the truth. Go to the tree behind the old temple tonight. Dig under the stone. You will find what you've been looking for. A friend. Ayan stared at the paper. His hands were cold. His mind was racing. Who is this woman? Why is that man in the photo? And what does he mean? Someone is hiding the truth. The hidden tree that night, while Baba slept, Ayan quietly walked out with a small shovel. The moon was high. The wind was strong. He reached the old temple and walked to the tree behind it. Everything was silent. He found the stone mentioned in the letter. Slowly, he dug around it. His heart beat faster with every scoop of dirt. Finally, his fingers touched something. It was a small wooden box, locked with an old, rusty latch. Ayan opened it carefully. Inside was another letter, old and yellow, and a thin metal chain with a small cross on it. He opened the letter and began reading. The truth begins. To my son, Ayan, if you are reading this, then you have already suffered too much. I'm sorry I was not there for you. Years ago, I had to make a terrible decision. I had to leave you and your mother behind to protect you. Your real name is not Ayan, and the man you call Baba is not your real father. Ayan's hands started shaking. He read further. The man in the brown coat is your uncle. He watched over you for years, in silence. He promised me that he would protect you, even if you never knew the truth. Ayan stopped reading. His breath felt heavy. His mind was spinning. Everything I knew, everything I believed, was a lie? A candle in the dark. Ayan returned home slowly. He walked like a ghost, silent and shocked. He hid the letter and the chain under his mattress. Baba saw the pain in his eyes. What happened, Ayan? He asked. Ayan didn't answer. He lay down staring at the ceiling. If Baba isn't my real father, then who is he? Why did the stranger hide the truth? Who is my real family? So many questions, no answers. Tears rolled down his cheeks, but inside, one thing was clear. His journey had just begun. The next clue, the owl. Next day, Ayan went to the market again, but his mind wasn't on the toys anymore. He looked at every face carefully. Was one of them his uncle? Was someone watching him right now? Then something strange happened. At a small bookstore, he saw a book sitting on the shelf, half open. The title caught his eye. When the Past Calls. He walked closer. Inside the book was a note, written in the same handwriting as the earlier letters. Well done, Ayan. You are closer than you think. Next, go to the school on the hill. Look under the third bench in the back row. Ayan looked around. Who had placed the note here? He ran toward the school. The school on the hill. The school was locked. It was Sunday. But Ayan climbed in through a side window. He reached the back row of the classroom and looked under the third bench. His fingers touched something taped to the bottom. It was another envelope, and inside it, a single word written in bold, Zoya. His eyes widened. Zoya? The girl who sent me the sandwich? What does she have to do with this? He didn't understand, but he knew one thing. She had answers. Some secrets are not just hidden. They are protected, and Zoya's secret was one of them. The room was quiet. Zoya stood near her window, looking at Ayan. His eyes were filled with questions, his hands holding the mysterious letter. I need to know the truth, Ayan said softly. The letter. Your name was in it. Zoya's heart skipped a beat. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she looked down and said, Come inside. My father will be home soon. Ayan stepped in. It was the first time he had entered a house like this, clean, big, warm. Everything was so different from his small mud home. Zoya closed the door quietly behind him. A silent moment. They sat across from each other in her room. Ayan placed the letter on the table. Do you know who wrote this? He asked. Zoya didn't answer immediately. She took a deep breath, then opened her drawer and pulled out a small notebook. She flipped through the pages and stopped at one. Then she handed it to Ayan. He read the page slowly. A boy with sad eyes came to the market again. I don't know his name, but I feel like he's part of something bigger. Baba said to stay away from poor kids, but I can't. I feel like I've met him before. Somewhere. Somehow. It was Zoya's handwriting. Ayan looked up. You wrote this? You saw me before? Zoya nodded. Many times. I watched you from the car window, but not just because I felt sorry. She looked into his eyes. I felt like I knew you. The hidden photo Zoya stood up and walked to her bookshelf. Behind a stack of old novels, she pulled out a photo frame. Dusty, old. She gave it to Ayan. In the photo, there was a young woman with a baby in her arms. Standing beside her was a man in a brown coat. The same photo that had come with the letter. That baby, Zoya said slowly, is you. Ayan's heart dropped. What do you mean? Zoya sat back down. My mother passed away when I was 6, but before she died, she showed me this photo and said, one day, someone will come looking for this boy. When he does, help him. Puzzle pieces Ayan's head was spinning. Why did your mother have a photo of me? He asked. I don't know, Zoya replied. But after she died, I found a few more papers in her cupboard. Letters, notes, and that photo. I think your family and mine were connected once. Maybe through my mother. She showed Ayan a letter written in the same neat handwriting. It said, the boy must be protected. He is special. Never tell him the full truth until the right time. Ayan whispered. What do they mean? Special. Zoya shook her head. I don't know, but there's one more thing. She walked to her closet and pulled out a music box. It belonged to my mother, but listen to this. The secret song Zoya opened the music box. A soft tune began to play. Ayan froze. His eyes filled with tears. I know this song, he said. My mother used to hum it to me when I was small. Before she was gone. Zoya looked at him in shock. Then that proves it. Our mothers knew each other. They both sat silently, listening to the melody. The music stopped, but the silence between them grew louder. A man returns. Suddenly, a car horn sounded outside. Zoya stood up quickly. It's my father. You need to go. Ayan grabbed the letters and stood up. Will you help me? He asked. Zoya looked him in the eyes. I already am. Ayan smiled, then climbed out the window quietly, disappearing into the night. That night Ayan walked home in the dark, his mind full of questions. Was Zoya's mother part of his real family story? Why did so many people hide the truth? And what did the letter mean by "you are special"? When he reached home, Baba was coughing badly. Ayan rushed to him and helped him sit up. You were gone all day, Baba said weakly. Ayan sat beside him. Baba, I need to ask you something. Please don't lie. Baba looked at him with tired eyes. Are you my real father? The answer. There was silence. Then Baba looked away and said softly, No. Ayan's heart broke. Then why? Why did you raise me? Why did you lie? Baba wiped his eyes. Because I promised your real father that I would protect you. I was just a servant once, but he trusted me more than anyone. Where are they now? Ayan asked. Baba looked at him. Gone. One in death, the other in hiding. The brown coat Ayan pulled out the photo again. This man in the coat. Who is he? Baba stared at it for a long time, then whispered, Your uncle, the only family you have left, and the only one who knows the full truth. Ayan stood up. I need to find him. The past always leaves footprints. Some are painful, some are powerful. But what happens when the past walks right back into your life? It was early morning. The sky was still dark, but Ayan was already awake. He stood at the hilltop, staring at the city in the distance. The photo of the man in the brown coat was in his hand. His heart beat faster than usual. "I've come this far," he whispered to himself. "Now, I need answers." Behind him, a voice spoke, deep and calm. "You look just like him." Ayan turned around fast. A tall man stood a few feet away. He wore a brown coat. Ayan froze. It was the same man from the photo, face to face. The man walked slowly toward Ayan. "I didn't mean to scare you," he said gently. Ayan looked at him carefully. You're my uncle?" he asked. The man nodded. "Yes, my name is Rafik. I'm your father's younger brother." Ayan's voice trembled. "Then why did you hide from me all these years?" Rafik sat on a rock and sighed, "Because it was the only way to keep you safe." The family secret Ayan sat down beside him. "Tell me everything," he said. Rafik looked at the rising sun, then began. "Your father, my brother, was a kind and honest man, but he had powerful enemies. He worked for the government and discovered a secret that could destroy corrupt people. When they found out, they came for him." Ayan's eyes widened. "What secret?" "I don't know fully," Rafik said, "but it was something that involved big names, rich, powerful people. They couldn't let your father speak." Rafik paused. "They killed him, burned our house. Your mother escaped with you in the middle of the night. I thought you both were gone forever." A life in hiding. Ayan's eyes filled with tears. "My mother? She died too?" Rafik nodded. Slowly, "She got sick. She passed away a few months after hiding you." He looked down. "She gave you to one man she trusted, your father's servant, the one you now call Baba." Ayan felt like the ground under him was shaking. "So Baba knew everything?" "Yes," Rafik said. "But I made him promise to never tell you the truth until I came back. I was being hunted too." Ayan looked confused. "Then why now?" Rafik looked at him seriously. "Because the people who destroyed our family have returned, and they're looking for you." The bag of truth. Rafik opened the brown bag he was carrying and pulled out a file, wrapped in plastic. "This," he said, "is your father's last report. He managed to hide it before they caught him." He handed the file to Ayan. It was full of papers, photos, and official stamps. One name was circled in red, Zayan Malik. "Who is this?" Ayan asked. Rafik's voice dropped. "The man who ordered your father's death. A powerful businessman, still alive, still dangerous." Ayan clenched his fists. "Then I need to stop him." Rafik placed a hand on his shoulder. "You will, but not alone." Zoya joins the mission. Later that day, Ayan met Zoya near the same tree behind the old temple. He showed her the file, the name, the truth. Zoya looked shocked. "My father works for Zayan Malik," she said in a whisper. Ayan stepped back. "What?" Zoya nodded slowly. "That's how my family has so much money. My father is his assistant." They both looked at each other, unsure of what to say. "I need to get inside his office," Ayan said. "I need proof. I need to end this." Zoya hesitated, then nodded. "I'll help you. But if my father finds out..." Ayan looked her in the eyes. "We have to be brave now." The man in the car that evening, Rafik, stood near the market, watching from a distance. Suddenly, a black car pulled up across the street. A man stepped out wearing sunglasses. He had a deep scar on his cheek. Rafik's eyes narrowed. "Zayan Malik's men," he whispered. The man looked around, then took out a photo. It was a photo of Ayan. He gave it to a shopkeeper. "Have you seen this boy?" The shopkeeper nodded. "He sells toys here." The man smirked and walked back to the car. Rafik stepped back into the shadows. "They've found him. We don't have much time." The race begins. That night, Ayan, Zoya, and Rafik sat together in the old school's basement. They spread out all the documents on the floor. "We need to find something in here that can finish Zayan," Rafik said. Zoya picked up one page. "This one," she said. "It has details of money transfers. If we can take this to the news, maybe—" Suddenly, they heard a noise outside. Footsteps. Heavy ones. Then, a voice. "Search the area. The boy is close." Ayan's heart jumped. Rafik whispered, "Run! Out the back! I'll stop them!" A narrow escape. Ayan and Zoya ran through the back door. Bullets fired behind them. They ran through the narrow lanes, jumping over walls, hiding in dark corners. Finally, they reached the old village water tank and caught their breath. Zoya was crying. "I didn't think it would be this dangerous." Ayan wiped her tears. "I'm sorry I pulled you into this." Zoya shook her head. "I chose this, and I'm not leaving you." They sat under the stars, breathing hard, the file still in Ayan's hand. Sometimes the enemy doesn't come with a sword. He comes with a smile and watches you from the shadows. It was morning again. Ayan had not slept all night. He sat beside Zoya in an old broken house on the edge of town. Dust filled the air. The city's noise was far away. In his hand, he still held the file that could destroy Zayan Malik, the man who killed his father. His hands were shaking. Zoya looked at him and asked, "What will you do now?" Ayan looked up slowly. "I will go to him face to face," Zoya gasped. "Are you crazy? You'll be killed." Ayan's eyes were full of fire. "Not if I use my fear as my strength." Zoya's risky plan. Zoya stood up. "There's another way," she said. "My father works directly under Zayan. If I can get into his office again, maybe I can find something that matches the file. Something that proves Zayan's crimes." Ayan looked unsure. "It's too dangerous." Zoya smiled sadly. "You risked everything for your truth. Let me do the same." Later that day, she went home and waited for the right time. That night, when her father fell asleep, she crept into his study. She opened the drawer and pulled out a key, the key to Zayan Malik's office files. A meeting in the dark. At the same time, Ayan met someone in a closed restaurant at night. It was an old journalist, Mr. Kareem, one of the last honest reporters in the city. "I have the proof," Ayan whispered, showing him the file. Kareem read through the pages. "This is big," he said. "If we release this, Zayan Malik could go to jail." "Then do it," Ayan said. Kareem paused. "There's a price. You may become a target forever." Ayan looked out the window. "I already am. Inside the enemies." Castle. Zoya entered Zayan Malik's office the next day with her father. While her father met others, Zoya quietly used the key and opened the drawer of secrets. Inside, she found a second folder, names, photos, and payment records. She froze. One paper had a photo of Rafik, Ayan's uncle. The word "kill order" was stamped in red. Zoya took a photo of the page and quickly returned everything before anyone saw her. The call that changed everything. That evening, Zoya called Ayan. "I got it. He ordered your uncle's death. It's written in black and white." Ayan's face went pale. "But why?" Zoya whispered. "Because your uncle is the last witness. He knows everything." Suddenly, Ayan remembered. Rafik was caught, tortured. The enemy knew where he was. He stood up fast. "I need to save him. Now." The rescue. Ayan and Mr. Kareem rushed to the location Zoya sent, a farmhouse near the river. There were guards at every corner. Ayan used the back wall to climb in, while Kareem distracted the men at the front gate by pretending to be a food delivery man. Inside, Ayan moved quietly. Then he saw him, Rafiq, tied to a chair, his face covered in blood. Ayan ran to him. "Uncle!" Rafiq opened one eye and smiled weakly. "You found me." Ayan began cutting the ropes. But then, click, a gun cocked behind him. Face to face with the devil, a tall man walked in. It was Zayan Malik himself. He smiled coldly. "So this is the famous Ayan, brave, like his father. Foolish, like his mother." Ayan stood up. "You destroyed everything. My family, my childhood, my truth." Zayan laughed. "I only protected my power. That's what men like me do." He pointed the gun at Ayan's head. "Now, I'll protect it again." But just before he pulled the trigger, bang! A shot came from the window. Zayan screamed and dropped his gun. Police officers stormed in. Behind them, Mr. Kareem stood holding a mic and camera. "Truth goes live." "We're live!" Kareem shouted. "The world is watching!" The camera pointed at Zayan, the documents, and the weapons. Zoya stood behind Kareem, holding the file Ayan had given. Everything was out in the open. Zayan looked around like a trapped animal. "You, all of you, will regret this. Police!" Grabbed him and took him away. Ayan ran to Rafiq and hugged him tightly. "It's over," he whispered. Rafiq coughed and smiled. "No, Ayan, this is just the beginning." The healing later, in the hospital, Rafiq rested while Ayan sat beside him. Zoya came in with food and a smile. "You're a hero now," she said to Ayan. He shook his head. "I'm just a boy who wanted his family back." They all laughed, softly, but deep down, Ayan knew it wasn't the end of his story. When all is lost, and you're standing with nothing but your faith, watch how a mighty God writes the ending. The sun was rising slowly. Ayan stood at the edge of the hill, looking over the city that once tried to destroy him. In his hand was his father's photo, burned at the edges, but still holding his smile. Behind him, the wind whispered like a soft prayer. The storm had passed, but the pain still lived inside. Rafiq's last words at the hospital. Rafiq lay weak but peaceful. Ayan sat beside him, holding his hand. "You saved my life," Rafiq whispered. Ayan smiled, his voice heavy. "No, you gave me the truth. That saved me." Rafiq slowly lifted his other hand and placed a small envelope in Ayan's palm. "Your father wrote this. For you." Ayan opened the letter with shaking hands. A father's letter. The letter was old, faded, but the words were still strong. "My dear Ayan, if you are reading this, I am not beside you. But don't be sad. I am always with you, in your courage, in your choices, in your kindness. The world may lie to you. People may betray you. But truth never leaves. Don't live with hate. Live with purpose. Don't fight to destroy, fight to heal. And always remember, nothing can stop a mighty God. Your proud father." Ayan's tears fell onto the page. Zoya, standing nearby, held his shoulder. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. The silent speech months passed. Zayan Malik went to jail. Mr. Kareem's story went viral. People started seeing Ayan not as a poor boy, but as a warrior of truth. The school that once kicked him out invited him back. They offered him a chance to speak to the students on graduation day. Ayan stood on stage. He looked at all the faces. Some once laughed at him. Some once ignored him. He held the mic, but didn't speak for a full minute. Then softly he said, "I had no name. I had no parents. I had no money. But I had God, and that was enough." A new beginning. With help from kind people, Ayan and Rafiq moved to a small house on the city's edge. Zoya visited often. They laughed more now, cried less. One evening, Rafiq brought out an old box. Inside were his father's medals, his certificates, and something Ayan had never seen. A music box. Rafiq opened it. A soft melody played, a tune Ayan remembered from childhood. "My mother sang this," he whispered. Rafiq nodded. "She believed in the same thing your father did, that God never forgets his people." The mighty truth one night, Ayan sat beside a candle and began to write, not a letter, not a report, but a book titled, "The Odds Are Against You, but Nothing Can Stop a Mighty God." He wrote about fear, pain, betrayal, but also about love, truth, and miracles. Each chapter was a tear, each word was a wound, but the last line was peace. God did not remove the storm, he walked me through it. Final scene, series ending. We see Ayan now, a few years later. He's older, stronger, standing outside a school, not as a student, but as a teacher. Children run around him, laughing. He smiles, then turns to the camera and says, "Your past is not your prison. Your pain is not your punishment. It's your power. When the world throws you into the fire, don't fear. Because even in the fire, God stands with you." The screen fades to black. Soft music plays. White text appears.